Kia ora bros and girls, welcome back to the channel. Hope you enjoyed the vids of the chapter 2 one-shots. So we're back with the chapter 3 one-shots. We're going to talk about this first boss who has Impart, Limber, all of them have Limber and Masochism. Just be aware that I am using the Think synergy. If you don't know what that is, there's a specific order to it. And basically you have to have Thing and then Champion, and then you add Hela or Angela. And the last person you put into the piece is Heimdall. With that gives you this ability to gain some indestructible charges when you die. Now you have to kill the entire team apart from Thing, which is why if you rewind to the very start of the video, you'll see that all of them were dead apart from Thing. Now with that team, basically what you'll have is you'll have a 100% chance to revive for 20%. And the first time you die, you will gain, not only will you revive for 20%, you'll gain an indestructible charge from the champion. And every time you get hit while you have the indestructible charge, you gain 100% power. Sorry, you gain like 100% more attack. And if you throw an SP3, you double that. So in this particular case, this is kind of what we used here. As you can see, I've got 8 of those charges right now. And because I've thrown an SP3, that's basically like plus 1600% damage, plus 1600%. And so we're able to one-shot this guy. Now, while I was talking about setting this up, let's go through then another fight and let's talk about the steps. The main thing to understand is this guy has Limber, so you don't want to be building up charges to begin with. What you want to do is you want to start off the fight taking hits. You don't want to Limber, and the more indestructible charges you gain, the easier this fight is going to be. But also be aware that you're not going to be able to one-shot this guy with one SP2 or one SP3. You will have to evade the SP1 and cycle through. So here we're just building. We got 6 charges. We're going to take a couple more hits. So now we're on 8 charges, and from here on in, I'm going to try to play him a little bit stun immune, pushing him to the SP1, evading the SP1, and getting back in. Now there is a chance to evade, and so rather than do medium, triple light medium, I just tend to go medium for lights here, because that way you can recover. Here I get hit, and that kind of ruins my plan a little bit of going straight to the SP3. So I throw an SP2, not because I want to stun him, but mainly because I want to be able to recover some life so I can take a little bit of chip damage, a little bit of block, and parry if I need to. Because I've already procced the Heimdall synergy here, which is another kind of reason why I put this in, the importance of having that second backup in Heimdall as well, just in case you mess up, just in case you get clipped with an evade or something. So from here on in, I'm going to try to work towards my SP3, but I think for this fight, I kill him too quickly to be able to do that. But ideally what you want to do is you want to build those charges to begin with without parrying at all, and then throw the SP3 to double all of those, and then you want to just cycle through the SP1s and hit him. You don't have to worry about really any of the other nodes, right? So we're going to do one last example. This fight, I can't remember actually. All fights kind of had a little bit of a different challenge, and it also depends on that a little bit of how tanky he is, how aggressive he is, the RNG with evade, all that kind of stuff. So here I'm going to take the block, I'm going to take the heavy, and then I'm trying to take as many hits as I can. Now I don't think I get to 8 here, I only get to 7. And so in this one, I don't think I get clipped, and so I'm trying to work my way again to the SP3. I'm not trying to parry him, I'm just trying to evade that SP1. I'll even hit into his block to push him past his bar to get to his SP1, because that SP1 is easy to evade. You got to be pretty comfortable with that. I could throw the SP2 here, but I'm not going to. I'm going to push him to his SP1. For some reason, I do throw the SP2 in this particular fight, and I'm not sure why. My recommendation is save it off for the SP3, because you'll do more damage that way. So do as I say, not as I do. And then we continue working, we continue building. Either way, this first boss is not super tanky, so it's not really going to matter too much. It will matter when it comes down to the final 2 bosses. And so we're evading that, we're trying to get back in there. At this point in time, I'm working to my SP3. I'm going to throw my SP3, but the fight's kind of already over, really. So So yeah, this is just what you can do with Thing in variant 1, and of course you could do this on a smaller scale throughout the entire line, and you don't need to work through your SP3 there. You can one SP2 and a chain combo generally is enough to clear the lane, and I'll put some play of that up if I get enough likes and if people are really keen to see that content. So hopefully it helped you out, guys. If it did, do subscribe and tune in, and we'll talk about the next couple of bosses as well. Ka kite, no prosangles.